Hey guys, I'm so sorry about all the previous things I've had and my loss of upload. I've had some things that have gone on, pretty important stuff in my life really, and I'm sorry guys, I haven't really had the time, but I'm back, and I'm just going to be going through a few Mace techniques, a few things, and giving you a few hints and tricks that I just haven't found in other. I know it's not normal, but I haven't been able to figure out certain ways to do commands. You know, I couldn't find the armor one, so on and so forth. Sorry, I'm so sorry. It's honestly poor of me, but I'm back. It's the time being. I need to get into a good habit, but until then, well, I've got some stuff planned, and I'll head right on into what I'm planning. So, immediately start. It'll be Mace, because there's just stuff I find that people don't touch. People generally don't seem to touch. If you're wondering about the map, by the way, this is Theobald the Bot. Check. There's a video for it. It's just so useful for general practice, like we're doing here. And it shows you the pops, and it shows you all sorts. Stress tapping. The technique where you go forward and back like this. Maybe that for you players. This was a trap. Yeah, what we're doing that is called swimming. Spear. Start. People who just don't know how to practice what they're doing. So, the first thing you'll find is it's not always on. It's this. It's been too long. I'm just going to miss on my pulse. That's fine. There we go. I use a spear like this. Get it right. Right, this. I missed my pulse. Out of practice. There we go. Where you spear, and then you go up the light. Here's how to do it. Easier to use KBs. Non-KBs are easier to get. When you're light racing, yeah, so I do know if you I can do big things. So the find is once you're on the side of it, whenever your mace is want to go to the side and then hit the sorry about that. When you go in next to it, like that. If you go straight on top, there's a chance that you hit it. That's called accuracy. It's one of the most useful techniques of any kind of movement. Allows us to change the accuracy thing. Mojang is supposed to be fixing that, which I'm sad about. Always want to be kind of by the side. If you land on top of something like that, it's so much harder. If you're trying to actually swap the general hit, right? It's to do with trigonometry. Higher in the air like that, they can hit you less. So if I'm up here like this, it's going to be easier to hit than if I go down here. If I go down here and try to hit. just so much harder. Obviously, I've had a lot of practice by now, and it's generally handy just to practice before you do someone. There's also things like stun slam, which are so useful. So I generally tend to find is or you can try using spear slamming. Gives you a little bit more time. I may as well go through some of the stuff on there. What I tend to find is useful is take your wind charge, you go up like this. I'll swap the mace around. So if you're going to do standard mace combat, you want wind burst 1, and you send your blitz. Generally I tend to prefer this over wind burst 3, even when in lighter mace, because it's just such a height. I don't like that style of combat. Entirely breach swapping. This is a breach mace, these are density. So you want density for falling. Because density increases the damage you do when falling. And after having fallen, I just move every single bow catch. One there apparently as well. Yeah, I'm not the best at them. I think the easiest way to guarantee that you know you've done it right is to start with spears. Start with the spear. You know, if you start with a lunge 3 spear in a creative world, you know if you've got it right, which moves forward. You get sense from that pretty much. It's very hard to get it every single time. People say, oh, it's so easy. It's harder to be reliable. It's fairly easy to actually swap. It's not the easiest to get everything right. And attribute swapping. Because, for example, if I don't attribute swap, I'll just load a new one up. Load some new ones up. So I'll load a new one up. Like this. Do that. So if you don't attribute swap, what you get... one. Yeah, wind charge tactics are good as well. So for wind charging, I'll go back to the attribute swapping. Wind charge, if you do that, you'll get very little height. If you jump and you do that, you'll get a lot more height. If you sneak and you do that, you get way more height. Apparently I can't do good height from there. I get rid of all my arm, maybe that'll help. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I've turned all the fall damage off so I can get stuff done. Am I going to get that speed back? Probably not. It's fine, I think you can it up. So, when you're not attribute swapping, you're probably not going to deal that kind of damage. If you've got strength, it makes it easier. Because ultimately, chances are you're not going to kill them. Look, it's been covered already. If we go back, we did the same again. I think I even fell a little bit less that time, and I still popped them. Because what happens is the normal damage of a sword, if this was unenchanted, it would do the same damage. So the 8 attack damage of a sword combined with the damage of the mace plus all of its enchantments creates the full damage that's so brutal. But if you're attribute swapping, it's incredibly important to keybinds. For example, if you want to have a look at my keybinds, some people think it's actually quite weird. drop. Always keep your drop away from your main hand. You don't want to accidentally be dropping something. For example, usually it's Q, but as you can see, my 8th hotbar slot is Q. You want to keep it away from J, away from what I have as J, away from your hand, so it requires a proper stretch. You don't want to accidentally drop your sword in the middle of a fight or do something accidental like that. For example, Flame Fighter does that in an unstable video. Of course, it's staged, but the thing is, you can very easily drop things. I've done it before I set my keybinds up. Ideally, you want to keep your main 3 keybinds as 1, 2, and 3. It's very easy to pass between the 3. These are buttons on my mouse. I generally use that as my sword and that as my wind charges. You learn the muscle memory, and over time you set your hotbar up in your own way. But generally, I keep the lower hand for that. Q for 8 slot. It's in a weird, non-definite way, but if you've seen Dr. Donut's keybinds, his are weirder. You can also use other keys as well. You can even move your F to Y and does things. But keybinds are so important, genuinely. Actually swapping. With that, you can double pop someone. Totally rely on it. Not that good at PvP, really. Go down here and see what I mean about it being harder when you're not. When you're not on top of them, it's actually a lot harder. I can actually get that's quite a distance. But the point is, I mean, some people do this. Far easier if you do it like this. The only risk is you risk if you miss, if you get hit wrong, you get popped. There's some weird stuff that goes on. So if you go like this, if you get popped, if someone misses at the time, something else happens, it's like it's killed. Now, if you don't mind, I'm also going to do some stuff I've found that generally important for Mace. Spear Mace is that you need to know when to do what. For example, you don't want to have your sword without down the spear. You want to instead, I don't think I've seen anyone else say this, you want to have your wind charge instead. If you've ever seen main PvP, you'll see he does this. That way, especially to get used to other things. But spear attribute swapping is actually probably the most useful kind I can think of. Because spears, as you know, have extra range. And that extra range has its own benefits. So for example, you can use a spear. You see with the sword I have this distance. If you see with the spear, I can go all the way out to here. Even further, apparently. Yeah. So if you swapped your sword or your mace as you hit, you can very cautiously, for example, if I had it like that instead. This one, because you tend to want to use that. If you mix it with also not like it. So always hard. Right. As you heard it from my voice now. God damn. Practice gonna be bad now. Never mind. There's always tomorrow's practice. I suppose no one wants to see a bad PvP here. Never mind. If you try practicing your pearl catching, for example, sometimes they're sent into the air. Pearl catches are something I cannot show with this bot. It just takes one. And I can't pearl catch. Necessity.